Welcome to the Behind the GAVL podcast. This is the first episode. I'm your host, Ryan Raplee, co-founder and CEO of GAVL. In this podcast, we're going to share some real insights law firms need to know, marketing tips, SEO and AI trends, stories about our team. We'll share some of our wins, some recent projects we've been working on, all kinds of stuff, really trying to get you, clients, potential clients, just people that want to learn about the industry, whatever it is. We're trying to give you a little behind the scenes peek at what it's like to work at an agency, to be in the legal industry, just kind of all that. And this show is going to evolve over time. Today, the first episode, I'm going to be joined by a couple of my colleagues, Catherine Rodman, who is our sales development representative. We'll also be joined by Caitlin Lane, who is our SEO manager. And we're just going to talk about some stuff. And this is going to change episode to episode. Hopefully our cadence is about 2 a month, every other week. We're going to try to do this. We're going to look for feedback. We're going to want questions. We may bring on some friends in the industry. Really, it's just going to kind of flow. There's so many podcasts out there right now in the world. I don't even know how many there are. There's got to be millions of them, but why not one more? So let's jump in and welcome to the first episode. And thanks for being here. Caitlin, welcome to the first ever Behind the GAVL podcast.
I'm excited to be here.
Well, I appreciate you being on, and let's just jump in and just talk a little bit about, what kind of happened in 2025 SEO wise, what we're looking at for 2026. I know there's a lot of things we get a lot of questions all the time, but talk a little bit about why traditional search isn't necessarily going away, but AI is definitely playing a big impact and is changing the landscape.
All right. Yeah, for sure. So definitely SEO is not going away. I think people have been saying SEO is dead, like ever since we really saw the first rise of zero-click search, ever since we got the featured snippets, or, the people also people have been like, SEO is dead. Nobody's searching anymore. But we do see that people are searching. There was a really good article that cited, it was by Danny Goodwin. It was on Search Engine Land, that I think it was 95% of ChatGPT users are still using Google. So search is not going away anytime soon, but it is changing and it's evolving. So I think previously it was a really hard focus on we got to get these keywords. Like keywords are king.
Right.
And keywords are still so important, but they're important in the context of matching user intent. And that's really the direction that we're seeing things going. And we're seeing brand authority being much, much, much more important, not just for SEO, but also for AI optimization. And that's, I think, a really exciting change that we're seeing, is that SEO is growing and expanding and evolving. So we're still seeing that keywords are important. We're still seeing that backlinks are important, but we have more tools in our arsenal to grow and expand.
Yeah, I like that too. And I just want to step back and touch on zero-click search and what we're seeing. So the industry and the web as a whole over the last year has really seen an even bigger increase in zero-click search. And what that means is when someone goes and lands on a SERP, so a search engine results page, so someone does a Google query, they don't click anywhere. They get all their information right there, and that's driven by what used to be featured snippets and now AI overviews, where AI is built right in. So anyone who is wondering what zero-click means, that's what it means. And when we talk about, brand intent and all these things, brand is so important. I think more important than it's ever been from if someone searches your name, make sure they can get to you quickly and easily, because what we see in the AI overviews is, say someone searches, best car accident attorney, Cleveland. Every AI overview result is probably going to be different after every search.
Exactly.
And they may include a brand
Mhm.
name, so name of a firm that's not clickable, so it's just
Mhm.
text. They may make it where it is clickable and either goes to the website or goes to a brand search for that. So it's really crazy, but yeah, I mean, overall, internet traffic, well, I guess organic search traffic has gone down drastically. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm guessing it's
Mhm.
30 plus percent at this point. Uh,
Pretty significant.
yeah, over the year, and that's because people are going and just getting their answers
Mhm.
directly in search. But we have seen that, super intent driven queries like just straight car accident lawyer aren't
Mhm.
even showing AI overviews because they're
Mhm.
very intent. They just go right to the map pack and then show organic results. So it
Yeah.
is still very important to try to rank page one for
Mhm.
your key practice area pages.
And what's interesting too is I've seen an increase recently in, for example, like Tucson car accident lawyer. I've seen an increase recently in getting AI overviews for those searches. And though what's being cited, like the sources being cited in the AI overview, don't necessarily match what's on first page of the SERP. And even within that, when they're citing law firms and they're saying this law firm, and this law firm, you'll get your first links there. And then as you go deeper into that AI overview, they will cite other like law firms and they'll link there. But I think if you can show up in those AI overviews, if you can show up earlier in those AI overviews, that's replacing that, first, second, third place on the SERP.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, and it's cool because you can use some tools and see and run a query, 50 times and see what were the sources that the LLMs, the large language models used
Mhm.
to put that answer together. So then if you can, you know, get your brand mentioned in some of those locations, like just like we think of backlinks, right? But if you get those brand mentions, that's going to play an influential role
Mhm.
in getting into those overviews. But there's still, I mean, there's still a lot of manipulation we're seeing. There's a lot of kind of what I would say now black hat AI
For sure.
strategies that people are putting in place. I mean, we see it in
Mhm.
the legal or in the marketing industry, legal marketing industry, where we have some of our competitors who are doing these top lists, like, top law firm SEO agency, and they'll list out
Mhm.
themselves as number one and then nine
Yeah.
competitors, and it's kind of crazy. I That's
Mhm.
not for me. We don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty shady, but you know, more
Yeah.
power to them if they want to do it, I guess. So let's jump in, talk about that a little bit. What's a big SEO myth you see lawyers falling for?
I think one of the biggest SEO myths is that SEO is fast or immediate. There's no SEO change that you're going to make and see positive results in a day or a week. So SEO is really these small wins that are building up over time. And so that's a long game you're playing, right? So anybody who comes in, they're like, we're going to make these SEO changes. We're going to have you ranking, page one in a month. It's just inaccurate. There's just that's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
That's true probably 90% of the time, but then there's this weird 10% of the time where, this law firm is 20 years old, has a crazy amount of backlinks that have just come from PR, and they've never had an actual content strategy and SEO strategy where, they have all this crazy, what we call authority,
Right.
uh, but they've never utilized it to where they can. So then if someone comes in and, maybe a month, 2 months, you can see a pretty big impact. We've seen that a few times, but that's pretty
Once or
rare.
twice. Yeah.
A lot of times you're right. We'll get someone that comes in and from, Chicago or something is like, hey, I want to get page one in, 2 months. Someone told me down the street they can do it. And they're coming in with a brand new domain. They have no backlinks. They have no content.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, good luck there,
Like
pal.
from the ground up.
Yeah, you got to look at SEO as a very long term game. Kind of look at it as, stock market compound over time. Something, you could build a link today and you may not see any effect for months down the road because it needs to get crawled, it needs to get indexed, and it just compounds over time. Some people, when you just touched on this a second ago, some people say SEO is dead. Is it dead?
Yeah, I don't think it's dead. I think it's evolving and it's changing and it's growing. So SEO doesn't look like it looked, 5, 10, even a year ago, SEO doesn't look the same. So I think SEO as it was might be dead, right? Like we're not keyword stuffing. We're not being spammy with our content. We're being very strategic. We're very hyper focused on matching user intent, capturing both top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel searches. Um, but we're also focused on brand authority, right? And building this authority for our clients. So keywords are still important, backlinks are still important. Being focused on technical SEO, making sure your schema is up to date is critically important. But we're evolving and we're changing, and we have more tools and more options to expand our SEO.
Yep, and it's kind of interesting. The one thing we see, I'm not a big fan of the terms GEO, generative engine optimization, or
Mhm,
AIO, answer engine optimization. I think it's still, at the end of the day, most of the fundamentals influence both.
mhm.
It's have great content,
Mhm.
write for users, don't write for bots and search.
Yes, exactly.
Don't try to manipulate the game, manipulate the system.
Mhm,
Do things the right way, and over
mhm,
time, it's going to pay off. And
mhm,
but still, you have to have great content. You have to
mhm,
build what we call authority. You need to have other people talking about you,
mhm,
whether it's through a citation, a brand mention, a backlink, whatever it is. Making sure your brand is really strong. There's direct correlations between people searching a brand and how they rank. Like it's
crazy.
got to be a ranking factor.
Oh, for sure.
I think it was Rand Fishkin, and Oscar. You can look this up in the back end just to make sure I'm quoting the right person. But I think Rand Fishkin did a study once where he was at a conference, had a bunch of people search the same query, and then that influenced almost in real time some of the search rankings.
Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember if it was him or not,
We'll
though.
put it
I
in the
do
show
yeah.
notes. Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes.
Mhm,
But very, very fascinating stuff. And this is just going to keep evolving over time. And I think the LLMs are going to keep getting smarter. They're going to keep
mhm.
evolving and changing. What's one SEO change you should make this month?
I think one SEO change to make this month would be to focus on improving the content you already have. If you have a page that you are wanting to rank well, I think improving that page first before you start being like, and we're also going to target this, and this. So, that could be fixing your title tags and your H1s, rewriting the content, fixing your internal linking structure, updating your schema for it. It can also include building out silo pages underneath it to help with that internal linking structure to, match more again to that user search intent.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think I think that's what I would say was be focus fix what you have now before expanding and building.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know how many times I go to a site and I still see home as the homepage title tag.
Yes.
It's like it's bonkers. It's very, very bewildering to me.
And you're
Um,
talking about brand authority, that's such a missed opportunity
yep,
to first of all, have your law firm name there and really tell Google what this site is about. Just
yep,
a huge missed opportunity.
yep, yeah. No, all that stuff I think is really good. Well, I appreciate you being my first guest
Yeah, this was
on
so
the pod.
fun.
And again, this is Caitlin Lane. She is
Mhm.
the SEO manager at GAVL. We eat, sleep, breathe SEO and doing this stuff. And now AI. I don't want to use AIO or GEO, but it is
It's
what it
coming
is.
under the umbrella of
You know?
SEO for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Well, thank you. And now
For
let's
having
jump in.
me.
Why don't you stay on? All right, now I'd like to bring into the show Catherine Rodman, our sales development representative. I'm sure anyone listening to the show right now, considering this is our first episode, and it's probably only going to be friends, family, and clients who are going to listen to this episode, you're probably going to know who Catherine is. So, anyway,
Oh,
welcome to the show. Thanks for
thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about what's your day to day look like, Catherine. Like, what's the behind the gavel look like for an SDR?
So for me personally, I do a lot of travel, and so I'm hitting all the conferences nationwide. My heaviest months are, usually spring and fall, where everyone likes to do the conferences there then. So a lot of stuff, we've done a lot of state TLAs, the local associations. We do booths, we do sponsorships. So a lot of my day to day is planning for those, traveling to those, staffing those. And then, of course, when I'm at home, following up and getting involved in a lot of the, GAVL projects that we have going on as a team as well.
Yeah, one thing that I think makes us unique as a really strong, tight-knit boutique agency, and I say boutique, I mean, I think we really are. We're a very strong, tight-knit team, but we work well together, and we also wear a lot of hats a lot of
Yeah.
times. So you're integral in helping us, sometimes with client relations and just helping with project management, just a bunch of different things, which
Yeah.
I think is really great because then our clients get that much more effort put into their project.
Definitely. The other thing I should mention, which is one of my favorite things about this job, is when we sell a video shoot, I get to go on the video shoots as well and serve as the interviewer with our clients and hear their stories. That's really the best thing, is getting to know everybody and really hearing the impact they're having on their clients and their communities with the great work that they do.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate
Yeah,
to work with some of the best, I mean, truly best
absolutely.
trial lawyers in the country. Not all lawyers are created equal, and we are very fortunate to work with some of the ones that are really making big changes and big impacts. Why don't you tell us about some of the associations we work with? There's several that every year we're there, and they're, I think, some of the best in what they do.
Yeah, definitely. A big one for us is the American Association for Justice. They're nationwide plaintiff attorneys, and we go to their conventions every year. We attend some of their education programs. We, of course, do sales and sponsorships with them, but we also do their video. So that's been really, really wonderful to be involved with them in that way. Again, learning about the attorneys and why they're involved with the group, making their beautiful membership videos and promotional videos for conventions, as well as the year-end president in review video that our cinematographer and videographer do, or sorry, cinematographer and video editor put together for the presidents each year, and those just turn out so great. They're very valuable to the association, so that's a big one. We also work with Injury Board. That's a great group of attorneys that they have to be in some sort of leadership. Is that right, Ryan? They have to be like
Yeah, they have to
president
have,
or
yeah, some kind of leadership in a state TLA or national trial lawyer organization.
yeah. So we've been very involved with them. Very fortunate to work with a lot of those members as clients. And we're hoping to shoot some video for them as well in 2026. So we have a plan to go to their Pathfinder event and interview their folks and get them some good promotional material as well for their website and social media and that sort of thing.
Awesome. And speaking of video, this week we found out that we are in the running to win. I guess we're a finalist to win a Golden Gavel Award that the National Trial Lawyers Organization puts on every year. And this is, I think, arguably the most prestigious award in the industry because it is all the top agencies, all the top advertising law firms in the country. And we did a amazing shoot with our good friend Chris Nace and his law firm, the Nace Law Group in DC. And we submitted their brand video for consideration, and we just found out we're a finalist.
Yeah,
So that's pretty awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah, I attended the Golden Gavel Awards or I guess it was this year still, in January of 2025. And I couldn't believe we hadn't submitted for it before because it's right up our alley. And once I attended, I thought, we could definitely be in the running for this, just seeing Gavel's work with video. I had been fairly new at that point. And so we submitted this year and we're a finalist. So I'm going to go to the awards and hopefully come home with a Golden Gavel.
That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Maybe we'll get a special limited edition hat with our icon
Yeah.
as gold.
Gold.
Yeah, we'll make the gavel gold. What's your biggest takeaway from this year? You've been with us now for just over a year, Catherine. What's been your biggest takeaway?
Honestly, this probably will sound salesy, but it's the truth is that this team is the best in the business. And I tell clients that all the time, or, hopefully potential clients, tell them that all the time. Like, there's so many other marketing companies out there, but this team is so thorough and so good at what they do, that I can say that without feeling any sort of, like I'm lying to them or anything, any sort of guilt. So um, that's my personal takeaway from this past year. And just being here for over a year now, just learning all about the events and the different people to meet and to know, and just really getting involved with the community at a deeper level. That's been really great too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the age old saying, it's not work if you enjoy what you do.
Right.
Now, there are days where it gets super frustrating because, Google Google's a very love-hate relationship for
Mhm.
me. It's some
Mhm.
days I love it, other days I'm like, oh, come on. Just this week we're going through an algorithm update, and we don't haven't looked at it too much. Usually it takes about a week to really shake out to see what's being affected and what's happening. But
Mhm.
it's always a roller coaster, but it's always fun.
Mhm.
The years go by so freaking
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
And there's always something to do. Like it's
Yeah.
never boring. You're not stagnating. There's always something new to learn, something new to do, something new to try. And I
Yeah,
think
every
it's so
day.
fun.
Yeah, it's wild. You just wake up, you sit down at the computer, and it's like, I got a million things to do. The
Yeah.
next day, I got a million things to do. Every day, there is always stuff to do, which is awesome. I mean, that's great. We've been very fortunate. I appreciate you both talking to me about SEO and about sales and kind of what we do, and really gonna get in the sneak peek. I just want to talk real quick about our new website that we just
Ooh,
launched.
yeah.
And we have a absolutely incredible designer and developer, Luke, and he's going to kill me because I'm going to butcher his last name. Podidol. Yeah, he's really going to kill me. And I've
When
had him
you see it
tell
on
me how to say it a million times.
Snap.
Uh, but anyway, we've been incredibly fortunate to have Luke join the team. I think it's been 2 years now, or close to it, and he's really elevated
Mhm.
what we do.
His design
And
is phenomenal.
we had our last site. I designed the first site. Most people know we started as Legal Insights, and still in the back end, we're Legal Insights on the web side and GAVL Video on the video side. We have this joint venture where we just do everything as GAVL. But I was the one who designed our first site and designed pretty much every client site up until 2 years ago, and coded and developed everyone. And I always thought I was pretty good. And I will say, I think Luke has far exceeded our capabilities and really is taking us to the next level. And I think our designs and development structure and how we build things is the best in the industry. We don't use page builders, we don't use bloat. We do things the right way for longevity. So these sites are going to shine not only today, not only tomorrow, but a couple of years down the road.
I think one of the exciting things too is when Luke is sharing, his process, and he'll share, part of his initial design, and you see it and you think, this looks amazing. This looks great. Like, I love this. And then he's like, oh, I have some things to tinker with. And you're like, what are you going to tinker with? It looks amazing. And then he comes back a week later and you're like, oh,
Oh,
this
it's
is
even better.
so cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I totally agree. And Oscar, why don't you pull up? This is one of our, and we'll put links to all this stuff in the show notes. But this is pull up Peterson Law Office's new site. This is one we just launched about 2 weeks ago now. And Justin Peterson has been a phenomenal client of ours for many, many years. And they wanted to do a redesign and refresh, and we were well overdue to do one. They have a great marketing director over there who we talked with, and Justin is very particular on what he likes and what he wants. And we were able to, using Luke's design capabilities, design something that it was exactly what they wanted. And that's, one of the things that GAVL aims to do is design exactly what the client wants. Everyone has different tastes, different things of how they like the flow of things, how they want things to look and feel, and what one person likes, another person may not necessarily like. So we aim to please the clients and exactly what they want. I mean, they know their market, local community more than we do most of the time. So being able to blend our expertise and their expertise without using page builders, without using any of this stuff. All this stuff is custom coded from the ground up.
Yeah, and they're definitely not cookie cutter, like you said. They're all very unique and different from each other. So it's not like we have one specific look, which is really neat too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
A lot of
And
times you go to a website and it's like, oh, I can tell who did this one because they all kind of look the same.
yeah, since we're on this road, let's pull up another one of our sites that I just absolutely love. And that is McCoy and Heaston. And Sheila
I love
is
the
an
website.
awesome client of ours. And talk about unique sites. Pop this one up, Oscar, for us, if you will. And again, anyone just listening and is not watching the video, we'll put links in the show notes so you can check this out. But this is mhkylaw.com. And Sheila is an absolute powerhouse attorney out of Louisville. She's an incredible med mal lawyer, and they do the full spectrum of personal injury. But this is such a unique site, and you really don't see anything like it. And I just love this site. And Luke really kind of shined with this one. And this one, I think the site has gotten us definitely some business, which is great. Everything we put out, we want to be excellent. That way potential clients can see, hey, this is exactly what we do. This is exactly how we work. And we can show a wide range of, hey, if you like this big magazine style, that's great. Or if you like this more tight knit, whatever it is, layout and design, we can hit anything really. But still, at the end of the day, it's going to be excellent because there's going to be that just the extra touch, the extra flair.
Yeah, lady litigator.
The lady litigator.
I love that. It's amazing.
Yeah, she's awesome. All right, well, thanks for showing us that, Oscar. And now we're going to segue into really kind of the behind the gavel. We're going to talk about some holiday hot takes. So I'm going to start with you, Caitlin.
Okay.
What's one unpopular holiday opinion you stand by, no matter what the internet says?
Turkey is not for Christmas. Not at all. We just had it less than a month ago. Why are we doing this again? Absolutely not.
I love it. I love it.
Growing up, we always did fajitas on Christmas, and now with my husband, we do his family's homemade ravioli on Christmas.
Nice.
Ooh, what kind of ravioli is that? Meat or cheese?
It's meat.
Oh,
and what all goes into it, I will never remember. But this weekend is our ravioli making weekend. So
that's awesome.
I will be tired and covered in flour on Monday.
No, I totally agree. I can eat turkey. All right. So turkey with gravy, mashed potatoes, and corn is all-time top 5 meal for me. I could eat it every day. But I agree. Turkey is not necessarily for Christmas. Now, if someone's going to prepare it, that's great. I like to do, we would always do Chinese food usually on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And then depending on whatever we were doing, I like to do like a prime rib or something. Yeah. Fire up the smoker or the sous vide. How about you, Catherine?
I would say that the song, These Are a Few of My Favorite Things, is not a Christmas song.
Oh, great.
It's not. I think it's 50-50. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but it's an opinion.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. If GAVL turned your year into a Hallmark holiday film, what would the title be and why? Caitlin?
I guess. Sorry, go ahead, Caitlin.
I know you go ahead because I'm still thinking.
Well, it's probably already a movie, but I'll Be Home for Christmas.
I'm sure that already is a movie. If mine was a Hallmark holiday film, it would definitely be, and I don't want to swear on this podcast, but it'd be like, WTF did you just do, Ryan? Because everyone has heard about my last 3 weeks. I guess, started with Thanksgiving, where I almost set my in-laws' house on fire.
I don't think it was
And
almost, was it? I think you said.
I mean, there was definitely a fire. There was a fire, but it wasn't, I didn't burn the house down,
Yeah,
which
that's
is good.
true.
But there
Okay.
was definitely a fire, and then I broke their glass top stove all in the same day. And then a few days later, I blew up my sink at my house.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would be the Hallmark holiday movie. But I think the silver lining at the end would still be that one. Everyone said it was the best turkey they'd ever had because I sous vide it, and I don't know, sous vide a word. I think just sous vide. So I sous vide it, and it was incredible. So that would be like, how the Hallmark movies, there's always like the suspense, but then the silver line, everyone, the whole family gets together around the table. That would have been it, where everyone was like, this is the best turkey I've ever had,
I think mine would be Silent Night because that's probably what my family wants because I'm always playing music at all times around my house. My teenagers walk around with their earbuds in because they're like, I'm going to listen to my music.
All right, let's do one more. What's your favorite holiday movie, Catherine?
I have to go Elf.
Oh, classic.
So good. So funny every time. We still quote it all the time throughout the year.
I know him.
Yeah.
Or Santa Nutcracker.
Yeah. Or when you get in an elevator to push all the buttons like a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I've done that. And in Atlantic City, in an elevator with like 30 floors. Yeah, it was not a proud moment of mine. Caitlin, how about you? What's your favorite?
I'm also going to say Elf. I think, and okay, we're going to Halloween for a minute, but before my oldest was too cool to do this stuff with me, my favorite Halloween costume we ever did was he dressed up as Buddy the Elf, and I dressed up as the raccoon that attacked him on the way to New York. And it's like Catherine said, it's so funny. It's so like I remember seeing it in theaters with my parents. Like it's just fun.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
What's yours, Ryan?
Mine is definitely Christmas Vacation. I'm a huge Chevy Chase fan. I watch it every year. I mean,
it's a good one.
My favorite quote of all time, and I know my wife does not like this. I love Cousin Eddie when he's waving at Clark and saying "shitter's full." That's just it's the greatest thing ever. I actually wanted to buy a picture of that, a print autographed, and my wife's like, "That's not coming in our house." So if anyone listening wants to get me one of Cousin Eddie autographed, I'll put it in the office behind me here.
Ryan, I wore the wrong sweater then. Mitchell, my husband, and I have matching. Why is the carpet all wet? I don't know, Margot. You know that quote too. And when he got him for me, I was like, I don't know what this is from.
I don't know, Margot. Oh, classic, all-time classic. All right, rapid fire, 30-second speed round. Caitlin, scary movies, yes or no?
Oh, absolutely yes. Love scary movies.
Catherine, favorite thing to cook?
I was going to say scary movies, hard pass. Favorite thing to cook? I don't really cook. I like to make smoothies.
That's not cooking. I'm going to give myself one. Do you have any pets? No, I do not. Had some fish not too long ago for my kid, and they lasted like 2 months. So they are now back in the ocean, I think.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Caitlin, morning person or night owl?
I'm a night owl, but I'm happy to be a morning person. I can go either way.
I'd say you're a morning person. I mean, you're the first one on.
Yeah. And she's like 3 hours earlier than me.
And you're like, yeah, exactly. It'd be like 7 a.m. here in the East Coast, and you're on starting it. I'm like, yeah, you're a morning person.
Maybe
don't sleep.
An all the time person. I love that.
Are you a vampire and we just don't know it?
A little bit.
That could be.
You should get some fangs added on there.
I do have a vampire tattoo.
Oh, Nice.
Cool. Okay.
All right, one more. Caitlin, most used app on your phone.
Either Spotify or Instagram would be my
Okay.
most used on my
Okay.
phone.
Catherine, same question.
The same things. Me and Caitlin, we're too similar.
And see, mine's Outlook, because at
Right.
GAVL, we pride ourselves in rapid responses to clients. So I am always in my phone, for better or worse, looking at Outlook. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you both being on the inaugural episode.
We have a
And
couple rapid fire questions for you too.
all right, well, let's go. Bring it.
All right, Caitlin.
What is your favorite graded TCG card that you have? that you own?
TCG. Okay. So favorite one, TCG, just so everyone knows, is trading card
trading card
game cards. Everyone knows I'm an avid card collector, sports and TCGs. I don't know how to play TCGs, but I love to collect the cards. It'd be a Disney Lorcana first chapter Elsa Enchanted, graded a PSA 10.
Oh, nice.
And then I bought that for my daughter, Violet, and now we have amassed a fairly significant collection of Lorcana. But then also I love my Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering One Ring PSA 10. Those are some awesome cards.
Nice.
What's your most valuable collectible? Not cards necessarily.
It would be a card.
Okay.
It's probably my Michael Jordan autographed card that I
Ooh.
pulled out of a $100 box, probably 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And that $100 box, I got it graded, and now it's worth probably, I don't know, $6,000 or so.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your skincare routine?
0. El Natural.
Just kidding.
I wake up out of bed just.
But
good
you
to go.
probably have a beard care routine.
Nope.
I want to send you sunscreen.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I use sunscreen on the golf
Okay.
course.
Okay, well then we're good.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
protecting the skin.
Yeah, I'll protect. I usually am bald most of the time too, so I just spray, the whole face sunscreen. Good to go.
Okay.
Good to
As
go.
long as we're protecting our skin.
It's just a
All right, one more. Who's got one more for me?
Caitlin, one more.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Oh, hot weather all day. I hate the cold. It's freezing cold outside right now. We had snow. Snow is beautiful to look at. It's nice to build a snowman. It's lovely to go sled riding, but I hate it.
I'm with you. I'm with you, buddy.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you both for being on. First episode. If anyone made it this far, please comment below. And Oscar, thank you for being our producer on the show. And we'll get this out on all the platforms. And what am I supposed to say? Please like and subscribe. Is that a thing?
Yes.
All right. Then please like and subscribe. And someone real quick, one last one. What does Riz mean?
It's like
Okay.
swagger.
It's short for, it's part, I have teenagers. Charisma. So like, it means you're really good at like flirting. Like you've got Riz, like you've got a lot of charisma. You're very good at flirting.
Nice. All right. Thanks. Oscar, you got Riz, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple weeks for our second episode. Bye.
Bye.